Hi everyone, my name is Stella and I work at Google as an account manager. Today is my pleasure and honor to be part of the sharing session of Her Power Entrepreneurship Competition 2023 and share with you some of our team's finding in hard insights and consumer behavior research in retail. And as an account manager, I work with retailers and brands to drive growth through Google's AI-powered advertising solutions. Every year, I see so much opportunity for retailers to capture in the shopping peak season, which is happening right now. So I'm more than happy to share with you some of what we are seeing across our own data here at Google and also the retail trends. So today I'll be sharing some of the retail trends during holiday season, and I'll introduce 4 different types of consumer mindsets at different stages of the season. I hope that what we learn from our data and past experiences can be helpful to your strategies and long-term growth. So the first trend that I want to share is that we continue to see that shoppers are largely undecided. 74% of the shoppers started their purchase journey without knowing exactly what they are going to buy. And it shows up in the way that they leverage search in their decision-making journey. And search has always been a leading indicator and proof point on shopper decisions. So based on the search data, on the right-hand side, you'll see that non-branded search queries are growing faster than branded queries. This is a clear indicator of consumers' open intent. Shoppers are undecided about what brands to choose from. And you can imagine that if this chart is flipped, then we would know that consumers are becoming more loyal because they directly search for the brand they are interested in. But that isn't the case for this year. A shopper undecided should be treated as an opportunity for any retailers or even startups to win the market share in this season. At the same time, digital will continue to play a critical role in driving shoppers to get what they need. We have seen a post-pandemic bounce for experiential and consumer activities, and retail is no different. Mall traffic last year was some of the highest on record, and consumers find joy in visiting stores as experiences beyond simple commercial transactions. However, data tells us that around 2/3 of surveyed U.S. consumers make decisions before they get into the store. And shoppers tell us they are turning increasingly to live streaming, not just to find a good deal, but also for product discovery, to engage with brands, to watch something new, and of course, for entertainment. Digital shoppers are retailers' largest audience, and there are multiple touch points that will allow brands to enter consumers' consideration set and ultimately make a decision. And one of the most important touch point is search. If you run an e-commerce business, either a brand or a platform, consumers use search to find your brand. And even if you run an offline physical store, 95% of shoppers use online search before they actually head into the store. So search is still a very important part of their decision journey. The omni shopper will continue to rely on the storefront to pick up or touch, feel, experience their products, but they always use digital on the way to get there. But just because shoppers are digital first and open, it doesn't mean that they're going to make it easy or make a quick decision. Seamless experiences are critical to ensure that you meet your customers not only when they are researching digitally, but also when it's time for them to convert, whether it's mobile, desktop, app, or in-store. Also, it's critical that their journey is personalized. We see from the data that 3/4 of consumers are expecting a personalized experience. And although personalized experiences matter to all, it does matter more to some demographics than others. For example, the higher income households and also younger generations like millennials or Gen Z. Their expectations have always been higher than older generations because they have been the children of the internet boom and finally they have started looking for quality. Beyond just meeting them in the moments that matter, convenience also plays a role on where their dollars go this holiday season. Shoppers want to get what they need on their terms. 64% of consumers say that an item not being in stock is the most frustrating part of in-store experience. Keep your inventory mix availability and local store details up to date and prioritize showcasing these features when you show up in search on your website and in your store. An omni shopper expects an all-over experience no matter where and how they shop. And the point is, consumers will continue to engage non-linearly this holiday season, just as they have in years past. 40% of holiday shoppers are always on, which is a chance to always engage along their journey. 68% of holiday shoppers shopped in store. We know that in-store will continue to play a role for the majority of the shoppers as they move between online and offline channels. And 50% of early holiday shoppers say they started their shopping earlier to spread out their spendings. The research team at Google took a step back to really understand the ways shoppers are uniquely moving through the holiday journeys and what that means for retailers. What we found through following over 100 days of holiday shopping behavior was that consumers fall into four very different mindsets. The deliberate shopper gets started early, usually from October to early November. We call them deliberate shoppers because they're deliberate with the time and effort they put into informing their purchases. The deal-seeking shopper emerges during the cyber period, and these shoppers don't just care about price, they're also looking for quality and value. The determined shopper then takes hold in December. With less than a month remaining and half of their shopping still left to complete, these shoppers represent significant revenue potential. And even as the peak shopping season comes to an end, devoted shoppers keep browsing and buying. They are looking for more gifts, more deals, and many are just simply treating themselves, which gives you the chance to connect with these loyal shoppers and build momentum into next year. And what you see here are holiday mindsets. These are actually not separate segments of shoppers. So one shopper can actually go through more than one mindset or even all of four mindsets as the shopping season moves forward. Let's look at how these mindsets impact shopping behavior and therefore how your strategies should evolve. Let's start with the deliberate shopping we are seeing happening right now. So more than a quarter of Americans were already shopping for the holidays in July. And we know from last year's data that half of the Americans have on average 28% of their holiday shopping completes by the end of October. If you haven't started connecting with potential holiday shoppers by now, you have some catching up to do. These early shoppers are deliberate with the time and effort they put into informing their purchases. In fact, only 28% of shoppers are buying on impulse, and 70% of holiday purchases were planned ahead. And even the purchases that we think of as more spontaneous, like those inspired by social media, they are still heavily researched. Online shoppers who are active on social media use, on average, 10 touchpoints to inform and evaluate purchases inspired by an influencer. Google and YouTube are an integral part of the deliberate shopper's research journey. 87% of holiday shoppers reported using a Google property like Search, Maps, or YouTube as a shopping resources. That's more than online marketplaces and social media platforms. And these numbers are even higher when we look at Gen Z and millennials. According to a survey conducted by Ipsos in the US, more than half of Gen Z are using YouTube for their holiday shopping. So if you're not showing up in these research moments across different channels, you're leaving a substantial amount of sales on the table. And next we come to the peak moments and deal-seeking mindsets. We have talked about the season starting earlier for a few years now, and while that still holds true, we are also seeing peak moments like Cyber 5 is getting longer. Also, according to a MasterCard analysis conducted by BCG, last year, US consumers spent as much in the 3 days post Cyber Monday as they spent on Black Friday and Cyber Monday combined. This gives you the opportunity to connect with deal seekers for a longer stretch of the holiday season. So it's not just about Cyber 5. The days well before and after that peak sales period are just as important. As we shift into the Cyber period, we see the emergence of the deal-seeking mindset. Shoppers are ready to buy, but on their terms. They've done their homework, researching, comparing products, watching videos, all just to find the highest quality item for the best deal. And last season, we watched as shoppers researched delaying purchases. 2022 holiday shoppers were 24% more likely to wait to purchase gifts until they went on sale. And during the cyber period, consumers are still actively comparing your brands and products with those of your competitors, because we found that the daily volume for shopping searches which contain VS versus was over 90% higher during the week of Black Friday and Cyber Monday compared to the month of September. But joy is still one of the most important elements. This is a great reminder that while we are focused on driving sales in the most important periods of the time, the consumers are focused on the reason for shopping. So even in the most intense shopping period of the season, from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, shoppers report being in a positive mindset. They feel excited or generous, which is an opportunity for you to mirror these emotions in the way you connect with shoppers. The next shopper mindset transition is critical, moving from cyber shopping into the final December push, which is the determined mindset. With less than a month remaining and half of their shopping still left to complete, the determined December shoppers represent a huge amount of revenue potential and a strong sense of urgency to find their final gifts. These shoppers become determined to find those final items, and they'll have to be shopping both in-store and online to get it done. The determined shopper is well-educated and informed, bringing a high level of intent and increased decisiveness. As we noted earlier, we expect to see a very open and undecided shopper heading into the holiday season. In the overall data, generic searches are rising on Google versus branded searches are declining. However, December brings increased decisiveness, especially for the omni-channel shopper. We see this come to life within our Google Map queries as branded searches see the rise and many are in double digits versus generic searches are declining in December. This is also a strong indicator as to where the purchase decisions are being made even before shopping is heading into the store because of the power of digital. And remember, online search was used before 95% of in-store holiday shopping occasions. Retailers that keep showing up and enable seamless omnichannel experiences are poised to win these shoppers because consumers are increasingly leveraging digital and in-store resources to make these final decisions. At last, we reached the last mindset of the season, which shoppers enter on Christmas Day. There's still a big market. According to MasterCard analysis, US consumers spent over $47 billion in retail in the 2 weeks post December 25th. And there were still 15% of shopping related searches containing sales during the days post holiday and through the first 2 weeks of January. We're especially excited about the opportunity this part of the season because shoppers in the devoted mindset aren't necessarily buying for others anymore. They are buying for themselves. Between December 26th and January 4th, 57% of holiday shopping occasions were self-gifting, which is significantly higher than the year before. Beyond this financial benefits of this time period, this is also an opportunity for you to build loyalty because people treat themselves and kick off the new year on the right foot. So yeah, let's take a step back and recap what we are covering and why it matters to you today. Deliberate shoppers have already kicked off their holiday shopping. If you're waiting until October or even Black Friday, you are missing a big opportunity. So test and learn with these early shoppers now before peak. And when it comes to Cyber Week, remember that the shorter days are just as important. Service offers early and sustain the momentum post Cyber Monday to capture deal seekers that are spending in the days following. And with half of their shopping still left to complete come December, make it easy for determined shoppers to find those final items in store and online by continuing to advertise across digital channels and also creating a seamless shopping experience whenever and wherever they shop. And finally, set yourself up for success in 2024 by capturing devoted always-on shoppers who continue to spend after December 25th and into the new year. Reach those people who look to treat themselves, whether they're your most loyal consumers or those who have newly discovered you. Yeah, that is all of my sharing today, and I'd like to thank you all for joining and hope you have enjoyed the content as well as the competition. So thank you again and wish you all happy holidays. Bye bye.